Emily, dear, it's been a while. Sorry for the sudden message, but I was hoping you and my son Tom could come visit us during the upcoming long weekend.
Excuse me?
We're having a big family reunion. Quite a few relatives will be there, and we'll prepare lots of good food. Emily, you liked seafood, right? We have a relative who's a fisherman. He'll prepare an amazing seafood platter.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Come on, Emily, what are you saying? Have you forgotten who I am? I'm your mother-in-law.
I have a terrible relationship with my mother-in-law. We haven't met even once since we announced our engagement. There's no way she'd contact me, and there's no way she'd sound so friendly, too.
What?
If this is a scam, you should do some more research on your victims. Nobody would fall for this.
How dare you suggest this is a scam? This is definitely Sarah, Tom's mother.
The Sarah I know would never text me directly.
How rude! I'm telling you, this isn't a scam. It's really me. I'm Tom's mother, your mother-in-law.
That's absolutely impossible. Sarah hates me because I won't be a housewife, and she especially hates that I earn more than my husband. She didn't even come to our wedding. She said, I can't show this kind of daughter-in-law to our relatives. Someone like that wouldn't suddenly want me to meet the family.
You're still hung up on those old words? People can change their minds.
After 5 years of complete silence?
What's with that attitude? Your mother-in-law is swallowing her pride to reach out to you. I thought it was time to make amends. You should believe me.
Wait, are you really Sarah?
Finally! Yes, it's really me. Is it that hard to believe I want to reconnect?
To be honest, yes. You've never shown any interest in our lives before.
That's what I've been saying. My son Tom has been married to you for 5 years. During that time, we haven't been in contact, practically estranged. Even I've had time to cool down and think.
I'm shocked. I never thought you'd be the one to reach out.
Life is too short to hold grudges forever. Family should be together.
What made you change your mind after all this time?
I've wanted to make amends for a long time, but I didn't know how to contact you. When this family reunion came up, I thought it could be a good opportunity for us to get closer.
I see. Though I wish you'd apologize for what happened before, instead of acting like nothing happened.
You're still asking for an apology after I reached out first?
The things you said really hurt me.
About apologizing. I have my pride, you know, but I don't want to stay estranged from my son and his wife forever. That's why I finally reached out.
That's so like you, Sarah. But thank you for contacting me. I'm happy because I've been hoping we could get along eventually.
Really? You'll make amends with me?
Of course. It's not like I wanted us to be on bad terms.
Then you'll come visit us during the long weekend, right?
I'm sorry, but could we pass on that?
Whatever for?
A family reunion right away is a bit much. How about Tom and I come visit you this weekend first? We've been distant for 5 years, so I'd like to bridge that gap gradually.
Why take small steps when we can resolve everything at once?
It just seems overwhelming to meet everyone at once.
You don't need to worry about that. Coming here multiple times would be troublesome for you. You'll have to meet the relatives eventually, so it's better to get everything done at once.
But
actually, we need you to come to the reunion. It's our local tradition to have everyone gather every 5 years. All branches of the family come to the main house. Everyone from both main and branch families must attend, including wives and grandchildren.
I didn't know about that tradition.
How could you? You've never shown interest in our family customs before.
That's not fair. I was never given the chance.
We're quite rural here. Besides, wouldn't you rather get all the family greetings over with at once instead of making multiple visits to relatives?
That's true, but with such a big gathering, I'm feeling a bit nervous.
There's nothing to be nervous about. Everyone is excited to meet you.
Are you sure they'll accept me?
Don't worry. Just think of it as a dinner party. So, we'll be expecting you. You must come.
Hey, Tom, your mom Sarah just contacted me after 5 years. She wants to make amends and asked us to come home for the long weekend.
I just got that message too. I can't believe my stubborn mom is actually reaching out. If you're okay with it, I'd be really happy if you come back with me.
She seemed really different in her messages, almost friendly.
Really? That doesn't sound like her at all.
That's what I thought too. I even accused her of being a scammer at first.
You didn't!
I did, but it really was her. She said she wants to make amends.
I honestly never thought she'd be the one to reach out first. Well, what do you think?
Of course I'll go. I never wanted to be on bad terms with your parents anyway.
Really?
Yes, really. I've always hoped we could get along someday.
You're amazing, you know that? After everything she said to you when I first introduced you.
That's in the past now. Let's focus on moving forward. But wow, almost all the relatives gathering? She was talking about the main family and branch families. I didn't know that was still a thing.
Yeah, my hometown is pretty rural. This must seem strange to you, being born and raised in the city.
Is it really that traditional? Your mom mentioned something about it being mandatory for all family members.
Mom always was big on family obligations.
They said it happens every 5 years. What's it like? Since it's my first time, I'd like to know what to expect.
Actually, I'm not really sure myself.
Really?
I only remember it from when I was a kid, and it's pretty fuzzy. I think the adults would all gather and talk. The kids stayed in a separate room, playing together until the adults finished their drinking party.
Makes sense. Kids would just get in the way of adult drinking parties.
Were you hoping for more details? Sorry, I can't remember much.
No, it's fine. I'm just trying to prepare myself mentally.
Right after I started middle school, I got busy with sports. My team was always going to national tournaments, so during breaks, I was always away at competitions. That was a valid excuse to skip family gatherings. They'd say, go make the family proud.
So even you haven't been to one of these in years?
Not since I was maybe 12 or 13.
So you don't really know what it's like either. I'm getting nervous now.
Hey, don't worry too much. We'll face it together.
But what if they all judge me like your mom did?
I'm sure it's just eating good food and drinking. You might have to do a quick self-introduction at the start, but just be yourself. You'll be fine.
A self-introduction? In front of everyone?
Nothing formal, just your name and maybe what you do.
Even that makes me nervous. You know how your mom feels about my career.
Don't let that bother you. I'm proud of what you do.
Okay.
Really, it's fine. We'll stick together.
Promise you won't leave me alone with them?
Promise. We're a team, remember? I'll let my parents know we're both coming. It'll be nice to visit my hometown after so long.
I hope this means things are really changing with your mom.
Me too. Be nice to have everyone get along finally.
Let's stay positive, but maybe a little cautious too?
Agreed. We'll hope for the best, but be prepared for anything. Hey, Emily, how could you leave just like that? This is awful. You were supposed to make amends with my parents. They came to welcome us and all the relatives prepared food to welcome you. Why'd you leave without saying anything?
Tom?
Everyone's asking where you went. Mom is furious. I know you're city born and might not fit in with the rural gatherings, but saying I can't take this backward place is too harsh.
Thank goodness, you're safe.
What do you mean safe? You're the one who suddenly disappeared. Stop talking nonsense and come back. I chose you over my parents because you're important to me. But being estranged from your own parents is pretty tough, you know. Just when I thought things could go back to normal. Couldn't you try to meet them halfway? Leaving without notice is so inconsiderate. Everyone welcomed us.
You need to escape too.
What?
Please, Tom, just trust me and get out of there.
You're scaring me. What's going on?
I'm so glad you're safe. Find a chance to escape. I'm almost at the station.
Escape? Are we being chased? What do you mean I should escape to?
They took me to a separate room.
What? When? I thought you were just in the bathroom.
It was all a trap. We were tricked. Your parents and the relatives aren't welcoming us at all. You need to escape quickly, or they'll force us to divorce.
What?
They ambushed me when I went to get some air.
That's impossible. My parents wouldn't.
They already had the divorce papers prepared, Tom.
No way.
The main family head was there too. Your mom told me that they had it all planned.
But why? Mom seems so sincere about making amends.
It was all an act to get us here. Please, you have to believe me.
I do believe you, but I can't process this.
Just escape quickly. I'll explain everything later. Just trust me for now.
Where should I go?
Get to the station. I'll wait for you there.
Won't they notice if I leave?
Say you're going to the bathroom.
Okay, I'll try to leave now.
Be careful.
Yeah, you too. I'll see you soon.
Where do you think you're going? You're going to divorce my son and marry into the main family. We won't let you return to the city.
Don't be ridiculous. I'll never divorce Tom. And marry into the main family? You want me to marry a 90-year-old who's already got one foot in the grave? That's absolutely insane!
Watch your tongue. The main family specifically requested you. No one would want a divorced woman anyway. We were being considerate by planning your future.
What did you say?
The head of the main family himself offered to take you in. You should be more grateful. Women from branch families should shut up and obey.
You're delusional if you think I'll agree to this.
You have no choice in the matter.
Main family, branch family, none of that matters to me.
Of course it matters. You married my son. That makes you our daughter-in-law. In this area, the main family's word is absolute.
So that's why I was suddenly taken to the main hall and surrounded by people saying, "You must divorce immediately. This is final."
You should be honored they're taking such interest in your future. When there's trouble in a family, we resolve it at family gatherings. Whatever the main family decides is final. That's our tradition.
Ugh.
And this time, everyone listened to my concerns. When I said I'm sad because my daughter-in-law hasn't let me see my son for 5 years, the main family decided divorce was necessary. They even offered to take in such an impertinent daughter-in-law and let you marry into the main family.
You planned this from the start, didn't you? The reconciliation was just bait.
We did what was necessary.
That's exactly what's wrong. You're just using tradition as an excuse when you really just want to force a divorce because you don't like me. And that old man from the main family just wants someone to take care of him.
What's wrong with that? Women should stay home and serve their husbands. That's natural around here.
Natural for who? This isn't the feudal era.
Our traditions have worked for generations.
Your traditions are just excuses for control.
You city people think you know everything.
We'll never understand each other. I refuse. I absolutely won't divorce Tom. And after this, we're completely cutting ties. I'll never see you again, Sarah.
How dare you speak to me like that?
I'll tell Tom never to come back to his hometown, too.
You can't keep my son from his family.
Watch me. After what you tried to pull today?
I won't allow that. We have our own plans. We'll file the divorce papers and marriage papers ourselves.
You can't do that without our consent.
We have our ways.
That would be a crime.
Around here, the main family has more power than the police. We have relatives working at the city hall, too. They'll process the papers if we ask them to.
You're insane. All of you.
This is how things work here.
You're kidding.
We have to be tough with insolent daughters-in-law. You will divorce my son, and the main family will re-educate you properly. Don't think you can escape this.
That's not happening, Mom. We've already filed a restriction notice. You can't force either a divorce or a marriage.
What? Mom, you mean...
It's your son, Tom. Though I'm ashamed to call myself your son now. I can't believe my parents are actually such horrific people. I'm embarrassed and deeply disappointed.
Why are you chatting on Emily's phone? You should be in the other room drinking with the relatives.
I snuck out because Emily told me to escape right away.
What? You betrayed us! Your own family!
I didn't understand the situation, but I knew Emily wouldn't say something like that without reason, so I said I was going to the bathroom and escaped.
You ungrateful child! Where are you? Even if you escaped, you can't get away from us for long.
I'm already on the train. It leaves in 1 minute.
What? Get back here and do as we say. You're not staying with that woman for a second longer.
Can't believe you planned something so terrible. Thank goodness we filed that restriction notice. I always knew that you had been against me marrying Emily, Mom. I was worried about what might happen, so I made sure no one else could file paperwork for us.
Why are you interfering with your mother's plans? We're doing this for your own good. A wife should stay home and support her husband. Living with a wife who acts superior just because she earns more must be hard.
Emily doesn't act like that at all. Life of her is really happy.
What?
She's efficient and great at her job. I really admire her. Sure, she can be a bit messy around the house, but she always eats the food I cook and grins like if she's eating a 5-star restaurant. Even when she's tired from working late, she's always insists on washing the dishes. We support each other. She's important to me.
Wait, what? Tom, you're cooking? A man like you in the kitchen?
Yes, I cook. I clean too. We're partners. I learned from watching you, Mom. I'm well aware that my hometown is stuck in old-fashioned ways. Women always cooking while men just eat and drink without helping. But I always thought that was wrong, even as a kid. That's why I decided that when I grew up, I'd cook for someone I love.
But...
Stop trying to ruin your son's happiness. I'm sorry, but I'm cutting ties with you all. This went too far. It was scary, seeing all the messages you sent to my wife. I'm never coming back to this town.
Wait, Tom, don't say that. We can talk about this. Please come back.
Goodbye.
What am I supposed to do? Tom hasn't responded to any messages since then.
Did you expect him to?
He's my only son. Tell him to answer me.
Of course not. You had a chance to apologize, but all you did was demand divorce your wife immediately. Even Tom has his limits.
What did you say? You turned my son against me.
No, your actions did that. We're so glad we filed that restriction notice 5 years ago. Lucky I managed to escape, too. My recent running hobby really paid off.
You don't understand what you've done. Things are terrible here. Because of you, we're being ostracized. Everyone's angry that we ruined the gathering and embarrassed them when they were trying to help.
Trying to help? Is that what you call forcing divorce and remarriage?
The main family is furious.
Wow, so social ostracism really exists? This is turning out like a horror movie now.
Stop mocking our ways. It's not horror. This is the path to everyone's happiness. Women stay home, men work outside. The main family's word is absolute. Branch families obey quietly. If you follow these rules, nothing goes wrong.
And that's exactly why we'll never visit again.
You can't do this to us.
Well then, I'll write a letter to the main family. I'll ask them to please order Sarah to never contact us again.
What?
Since you respect their authority so much, let's use it. Even if we have children in the future, or if you need nursing care, we won't be involved. It's better for everyone if you cut ties completely with such cold-hearted son and daughter-in-law. It's for the peace of all your relatives. I'll write and send a letter that tells them that.
You wouldn't dare!
Since we're the ones who ruined the family gathering, the main family might agree. They might tell you to stop associating with your disgraceful son and his career woman wife. Then they might stop ostracizing you.
No, you can't. Tom is our only son. I can't accept never being able to contact him again.
But the main family's word is absolute, right?
Well, this is different.
This is goodbye then. We're changing our contact information and moving. This is the end.
Wait, please. Just give us another chance.
Don't worry. I promise I'll make your only son very happy. Goodbye.
Emily, please. At least let me apologize properly.
We immediately sent letters to the main family and changed our contact information. I had just received a job transfer offer, so Tom changed jobs too, and we moved to my new work location. Now, it's practically impossible for his parents or relatives to contact us. According to rumors, as expected, the main family said, "What terrible son and daughter-in-law cutting ties with us. Never let them set foot in this land again. Nobody contact them. That includes you, their parents." Apparently, Sarah and her husband reluctantly agreed. I wonder if there are other places that still have traditions like this. Kinda crazy, huh?
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.